I used to want to play for the New York Knicks, and then I grew under 6 foot. I used to have bucket lists as a kid filled with things like I want to win 8 NBA championships, more than Jordan and Kobe. I wanted to skydive and make $1 million in 1 year. I wanted to own a Lamborghini Diablo. I actually called a Lamborghini dealership asking the receptionist how to buy a Lamborghini and what did people do to get Lamborghinis. And I used to map out my life like I'm going to go to Syracuse University because Carmelo Anthony played for them. And I'll play for them for like 2 years, then declare for the NBA draft, then get picked up in the second round by some random team in the West, probably like the Memphis Grizzlies. Then after my rookie year, get traded to the Knicks for like a bag of chips. Then after 2 years, become a starter and then enjoy the baller life. Play the field. Then in my 4th year, win an NBA championship, buy my mama a house, get a penthouse in New York, start a family, drive fast cars, give a couple of rants in a room full of people about how I'm that guy, I'm him, you don't understand the pressure I'm under, I'm the one that all these people depend on, blah, 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 blah. And that's my whole entire life. This was all before Christ. Now, if you ask my plans, my goals, they're a lot more realistic. I might give something like, I would like to graduate college, study a field that I enjoy, or finish my college basketball career. I'll say something like I want a family, and I value that a lot more than I used to. But by the end of that quick list, I'll say something like, honestly, whatever the Lord has for me, I'll be happy with, or I want whatever the Lord wants for me. See, I came to the understanding that my life is not my own life. My life is not just for me. My life is the Lord's, and I must live it for the Lord. And understanding this, I have to come to the realization that the Lord may not want me to have a Lamborghini. The Lord may not want me to make more than $60K a year. The Lord may not want me to have a secure job. The Lord may not want me to have a wife. The Lord may want me to be celibate. He may want me to move to a poor country and proclaim His name. See, most people don't have a reason to get out of bed. Honestly, what gets you out of bed? What makes you face life? Life is difficult. Life is hard. Life is suffering. We got to get up. We got to work. We got to make money just to pay rent, just to buy food, and the food's not good for us. What is the reason that you get up and you face that every single day? For some people, it's their goals. It's their goals in life, like being a skateboarder or the best skateboarder, or, being successful in the field, making a lot of money. For others, it's pleasure, enjoyment, things of that nature. But none of those things are holes. None of those things are going to fulfill you. But for believers, we live a life given to us, but is not ours. We simply live for Christ. And that may manifest in I get up to lead my family or go to work on a city project, maybe run for office or run a business. As a man, it means being strong physically and mentally. It means having courage to do what most people can't do or won't do. But in all the things that I just listed, it's all Christ-centered. It's not us-centered. It's not money-centered. It's not fame-centered. It's not none of these earthly things centered. And I don't think chasing a life I or you wasn't created for will lead to happiness or fulfillment. The Lord has a plan, and every single one of us has a part to play in it. Some of us are supposed to be rich. Some of us are supposed to be poor. Some of us have what may seem like an easier role, and others have what seems to be a harder role. But we were created for that role. And I think if you don't fulfill your role, but instead chase whatever goal you want, you will never truly be happy. I mean, look at many basketball players. They work their whole youth years trying to make it to the NBA. And they do, and they make a lot of money. They travel to amazing places, sleep with model women, and for a cool 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 years, they live a life that they work for the first half of their life to get. But what happens to many of these players when they retire? They lose their money, their wife leaves them, and what you hear the most is that they become depressed. They don't know what to do with their lives. Many players go through depressive slumps and they get out of shape, and they love to talk about their playing days, their old days. Actually, I think the only athlete that didn't go through this was Kobe Bryant, a professing Catholic. The reality is they live their life chasing what they want. The NBA, the fame, the money, the pleasure, the food, the cars, the house, the celebrity, the fandom, the rivalry, the trash talk, the elitism, the lust, the pride, the anger. This is what they live for, and essentially what their life is about. The mindset of my life is about chasing the success and accolade is what they have, and many of us have that too. But to put it in a matter-of-fact way, you must put God at the center of your life because your life is not yours, but His, and He has a plan for you. If you don't, and make gods out of your wants and desires, I believe you'll never find fulfillment. So you can go become a star athlete, million subscribed YouTuber, a model, make $50K a month, be an Oscar-winning actor, famous doctor, top lawyer, own a yacht with supermodels, be buddy-buddy with top celebrities, but that won't bring you fulfillment. That's the things of this world that will fade away. But your relationship with Christ is forever.